Konnichiwa. I am the sensei of the Scarborough Academy of Karate. Due to COVID-19 or the coronavirus, many of us have been forced to self-isolate in our homes, which means that our classes have been temporarily cancelled. However, it's important that we keep up with our training. For karateka, karate-do is a part of you. It's a part of how you treat others and a part of how you portray yourself. And a big part of that is keeping up with your practice. I'm going to be outlining and demonstrating some very basic karate-do techniques. Even those of you who don't practice martial arts or karate-do, they should be basic enough that you can try and follow along. And I've even brought a sparring partner along with me to help me out. Big part of karate-do is your stance. So a very basic stance in karate is hachidachi, which is Japanese for a natural position, because it looks like a very natural position. Your feet are approximately shoulder width, in line with your hips and your shoulders. Your knees are slightly bent, give you an extra bit of stability and balance. And this is generally where you can do a variety of basic karate-do techniques, or kihon in Japanese. You'll place your right hand on your hip, your left hand out, across from where you're aiming towards. In this particular case will be our solar plexus, which is in this general area of your upper body. Both hands are going to be working together. Twist both hands at the very last moment, and you're going to do about 50 of these. Notice both hands are moving together, twisting at the same time, and then when you get comfortable, you start to speed up. Now notice I'm keeping my shoulders in line with my hips. I'm not allowing my shoulders, either one of them, to advance further than the other. It's very important, make sure you stay relaxed, stay calm. It's going to allow you to increase your speed. And one thing I always like to say in class is speed is power. The faster your techniques, the more powerful they become. Another basic technique in karate-do is geran uke, meaning down block in English. Karate-do is a defensive art. We work a lot on our defense. Strengthen your defense, you strengthen your offense. Like the middle punch, down block uses two hands, both working together. You have your pulling hand, which in this case will be my left hand, and you have your blocking hand, which in this case will be my right hand. Both hands are going to work together, both hands twisting at the last moment of the technique, sweeping across my body and stopping just on the edge of it on the other side. You don't want to go past that point of my body, because at this point I'm wasting my energy and I'm working against gravity. It's very important. A lot of beginners in martial arts, they don't sweep across your body. So essentially you're defending yourself against an attack that's coming in towards your midsection. If I don't sweep across, I'm going to miss the attack. So that's a very important part of the block. Start slowly, and you're going to want to try to do 50 of these. When you get good enough at it, you can start alternating hands. So at this point, my left hand is going to swing across to my other side. Now what was my pulling hand is now my blocking hand, and what was my blocking hand is now my pulling hand. And again, notice the twist in my hands at the very last moment. Swing across, and again. And like I said, when you get comfortable, you can start to pick up the pace. But go at a pace that you're comfortable moving at. The ability to be able to overcome a much stronger opponent requires proper technique and the use of more than just your arms or your legs. We use a great deal of our hips and proper technique. A big part of our dojo is staying physically fit. We focus a lot on cardio and a lot on strength exercises. One of those exercises that we repeat quite often is push-ups. Push-ups are great for your health. They're great for your upper body. You've done your 50 punches, your 50 down blocks, and now you're going to do your push-ups. Try to do as many as you can. Aim for 30, but if you can only do 10, and you do those 10 exactly as they're expected to be done, then that's great. There's a lot of ways to do a push-up wrong. There's only one way to do it right. So I'm going to demonstrate some ways that you can avoid doing an improper push-up. Start by laying flat on the floor. Keep yourself flat as a board. Push yourself up, keeping yourself flat the entire time. Keep your hips and your shoulders in line and bring them both down to the floor and up. Now if I keep my elbows in when I move down, that's mainly focusing on my triceps. If I spread my hands a little bit and allow my elbows to push out when I move down, then that's generally focusing on my biceps. But again, push-ups are good for all different parts of your body. Keep your neck straight. You can make sure you're doing that by looking forward. Make sure you go all the way down in your push-ups. And now make sure you keep breathing. Don't hold your breath throughout the push-up. Another popular stance in Karate-Do, and one that we practice often, is Kiberachi. In English, refers to horse stance. Like most stances, you can start in Hachirachi, your natural position, and move from there. Kiberachi is almost the same, except you're going to double the width of your stance. So instead of having a shoulder width position, you're going to be 2 shoulder widths. So you take the width of your shoulder, multiply that by 2, and that's approximately how wide your stance is going to be. From this point, I'm going to bend my knees. I'm not going to allow them to bend inwards. My objective is to bend them outwards. You want to imagine, if you've ever been on a horse, that your legs are on the sides of a horse, which would push your knees outwards. Your toes staying pointed forwards. Make sure your posture is upright, shoulders are back, hips are back, and you can do a variety of techniques from this position. Churanzuki, Giranuke. I created this video in order to help motivate some of the students of our dojo to practice, give you some ideas of what you can practice at home, but this is also for those who are not enrolled in Karate-Do. I generally discourage learning Karate-Do from the internet, but in cases like this, it's better to be doing some Karate-Do than none at all. So I encourage you to practice your Karate-Do, your techniques, not just the ones that we've gone over in this video, but those who are members of our dojo know that there's plenty of techniques that require consistent practice in order to maintain proper form. So I encourage you every day, every other day, we have all this free time, at least 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes if you can manage it of practice in order to make sure that you keep up with your Karate-Do training. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And I hope that you stay safe and stay healthy. Konnichiwa.